Ho ho, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Not a lot of damage dealt so far. No telling how this match will turn out. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Knockdown. Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Uses the fireball to try and establish their pace. Check with the low tiger shot. Just moments ago, we saw some very solid pressure against the wall. That's how you close out games. It's so hard to fight back against that. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Player 2 can build off this lead. Check going on the offensive. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Connects with Sunrise. Saw that coming. Sunrise. Going in. Smart play with the throw. Can this drive bring them back? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Fire the tiger shot. Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Base C experiencing burnout. The corner throw ends it. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Goes for the fireball. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Forward throw to continue the pressure. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. KO! Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Who's going to start things off? Can't tech the throw. Player drive rush to keep it going. Traps them in the nexus. Both fighters planning something? Springs forward with the drive rush. Looking for a chance. Perfect parry. Uses the target combo as a filler. A quick breather. Anti-air drops him. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Tiger knee to the sternum. Target breaks in. Connects with Sunlight. Knockdown and that corner is starting to look all in with a rush. Both sides gets him with a Euro step. Yet closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. This is it. Meets them air to air. Nice tiger number. They're back into the putting the cherry on top. And the Tiger Vanquisher connects. He's out and ready to rip into his prey. Back to the corner. Are we gonna play adds a bit of OD spice? Throws them. How long does this offensive assault continue? Player 1 can't hit his leg kick. Taking chunks out of each other to projectile hits. Fantastic positioning on show during that round. What?
A new warrior has entered the ring!
Ho ho, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Puts one in the pocket. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Bops him with a target counter. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Player 1 is almost dead, but some plus drive moves and a KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. Throws them to negate the block. Player 2 has a slight life lead. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Gets carried to the corner. Going in. Jumps in. Good. Oh, burnout triggered. Both fighters planning something and in there. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. The pressure continues as they can't escape the corner. They need to find a way out. Big counter. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Burnout is triggered. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Life lead opens up. What'll happen here? Out of here! Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? They're backed up into the corner. Ooh, double KO. You don't see that every day. This fight is going the distance. It's gut check time for our fighters. Who's going to pick up the win? Fires the sunshine. Jumps. Smart play with all the throw connects. Still slugging it out at this range. What's next? Player 1 can't. Ooh, does him dirty. Okay, he forward throw. Laying the pressure on Thick. That corner is starting to look scary. Ooh, you never know what adds a bit of OD spike. Jump, solid anti-air. Links it. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. What are they gonna do? Reads the jump in perfectly. Sunshot. Target combo. Ooh, taking him for a ride. Are you serious? That comeback was unreal. We just saw this fighter play out of their goddamn mind there. It's not over yet. Just believe it's time for that run back. Fires the sunshot. Throw leaves them wide open. Parries the projectile. Player 2 chases them down. Takes a trip. Well-timed command throw there. All right. Player 1 has them legit shook in the corner. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Checks with the sunshot. Big counter. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. In there! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Medium kick hits. Fires the sunshot. Shoots off a fireball up close. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Goes with the safe stuff with that target. A quick breather. Scrapping it out up close. Will we see a drive hit? Transverse. The hit throw connects. Not much life left, but their drop uses their drive gauge. Takes them for a ride with sunrise. Catches them out. One chance here may end this match. Sees the overhead coming. Looking for a hole. Rips a sunshot. Closing moments have gotta do better than that. The drive gauges burns out. Bam! Sunshot. Like overhead, but it won't work. No way. That win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Fires a sunshot. Throws a fireball. Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably insistent.
Oh, putting the cherry on top. Caught by the constant red. Once Ingrid got her eye on you, there's no coming back. What is this?
The Super Connect!
Love that all. Did we see a drive impact here?
Oh, here we go.
Over in a flash.
Player 2
Gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back.
Checks with the sunshine.
Hits with the overhead. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Escapes the throw, but still in the corner. The combo's there. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Taking stock. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Goes in with the arabesque. One shot is all both fighters need to close this out. A quick breather. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. In there! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Checks with the sunshine.
Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. They just made that very tricky combo look easy. That's how you know they're on another level. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. They back the opponent into the corner. Now to apply the pressure. Was hungry for the grab. Knockdown and jumps, knocks them out of the air. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. What now? Wall flatline zone. Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! Fires a sunshine. Shoots off a fireball up close. Puts one in the pocket. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move where you're going to eat tons of damage. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Does a good job of pushing back. Knockdown. Blocks the ambiguous toss-up. Life lead opens up. The jump in catches them. Brushes off the impact.
Fires a sunshine.
Player 1 will have to fight back here without any drive. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range.
Checks with the sunshine.
A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jumps? The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Breaks the block with a throw.
Sun flare. They got the beater for a drive impact.
Breaks their guard with a throw. Here comes the mix-up. Both fighters planning something?
Fires a sunshine.
Life lead is there, but still reversal. Looking for a chance. KO. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Checks with the sunshine.
Checks them with a projectile. Puts one in the pocket. Perfect air-to-air. Full stocks. Time to watch out. Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how things open up. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Sticks the jump in. Can't tech the throw. Takes a trip. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Coming through. Ingrid, burnout activates. In a dire situation. They can't... In there! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital.
There's the sun flare.
Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big throws. What'll happen here?
Fires a sunshine.
Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Knockdown and Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Goes all in with a rush. Oh, they're in the corner now. No reads the throw and escape. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. Checks with the sunshot. Looking gracious. There's a burnout. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Lands the super. Time for dessert. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. Hugs nothing but air. The overhead can get out of nowhere. That was catch as catch can as you're gonna get in a fight. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Transverse. The hit throw connects. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Backs them into the corner. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. What are they thinking here? Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. Projectile to try and change the situation. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Ends the round with a punish counter. Living in the opponent's head rent-free right now. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. This fight is just under checks that jump in easily. Now they can go on the offensive. They return to center stage. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Charges forward. Burnout activates. Ingrid's ready to fire off shots anytime. And that's the last. Hits him with a stopping bomb. There's the last stop. Super arc on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation, all the throw connects. Going in. Medium kick. One chance here may end this match. They're in range. A fireball at that range? Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Open with a fireball. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Player 2 will look to apply pressure in with the crosser. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. One for one. Rips a sunshot. Scuff him. Oh, they switch sides. Oh, blocks the crosser. All in with a rush. Fights back with authority. What are they gonna do? Bam! Sunshot. Nice fireball. It is over. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rhythm. Knockdown. Here comes the next one. Fires the sunshot. Neither of them willing to back off. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. With the forward throw, the battle in the corner continues. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Knockdown. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes with a projectile for their opening shot. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out. It's a good spot to use the super. Blinds it with the shining sun. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Jumps in. Burnout activates. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Unfazed by the switch and block. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Jump. There's a change of side. Springs forward with the drive rush. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Overhead, but it won't work. KO. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Throws them down. Player 2 with the life lead. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. They hit each other. All right. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Player 1 is in a tight spot right now. If they saw a path and they took it. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Checks with the sunshine. Connects with the renverse to boost their metal level. Renverse, the hit throw connects. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive recovers. Better get some sunscreen. Throw connection does big damage. What'll happen here? Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to tank. Oh no, they're stunned. Noticeable life lead is going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move! There it is! They knew it'd be enough. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. They're in a proverbial downward spiral. There's no end to this battle. Nails the anti-air. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 2 has the life lead. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Taking stock. Shoots off a fireball up close. Neither of them willing to back off here. Solid combo. Did well to get the buff in there. Order makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Full stocks. Time to watch out. Big counter. And that's the last stock. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 can't afford the stick. Just goes for it at this range. Ingrid's ready to fire off shots anytime. It's too much. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Lifts them with the wrong palm. Gets them with the anti-air. Still slugging it out at this range. Goes air to air and takes their turn. Going in, fires the sunshine. Jumps up, barely blocks the jump in. Jump. Leaning on the overdrive. Jumps in. Burnout activates. Player 1 will have to deal with this. Oh, the throw connects. Ooh, those buffed up throws. Oh, they got him. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to the dungeon. Shoots off a fireball up close. Good anti-air. Deals some damage with that quick combo. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Frozen. What's next? Knockdown. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? The jump in catches them. All right, what's coming up next? Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Going in. Player 2 with the corner throw ends it. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Closing. What's next? Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Renverse. The hit throw connects. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Experiencing burnout. Barely blocks the jump in. Charges forward. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Big time whip! Life breaks in! Sunrise! What now? Bam! Such betting it all on the drive closes it out! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Decides not to rush in without a drop zone. Checks with the sunshot. No! This is great! Knockdown and player 1 is in a very good spot now. No way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner. That corner is starting to look scary. Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? Gets the side switch. On a back. Oh, here we go. A real test of nerves here. Flatline though. Player 1 straight up outplayed them. Talk about a David and Goliath situation. Drops them hard. Fires a sunshine. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Reacts to the burn. Still slugging it out here. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Decides to go in with the target combo. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Finding it tricky to manage their drive. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. All right, what's coming up next? Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Player, burnout activates. Player 1 goes in with the out of the KO. Player 1 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Checks with the sunshot. Connects with the renverse to boost their metal level. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. They've got the meter for a drive-in. Manes brought it for the long game with perfect KO. They were in full control there. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? Still slugging it out here. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. What are they thinking here? Big counter. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Knockdown. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Parries the projectile. All right, what's coming up next? Life lead opens up. Renverse. The hit throw connects. Player 2 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. What'll happen here? Vanishing Sun! Make your choice! Zones with the fireball. Fire ends with the projectile. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Checks with the sunshot. The jump in is denied. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Will we see a drive that springs forward with the drive rush? Fires a sunshot. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Experiencing burnout. Renverse ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Jump. Snares him with the renverse. That combo did decent damage. Both are ready to pull the trigger on getting it all on the drive rush. Catches them out. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Player 1 has a big drive gauge lead. Back through the corner. Are we gonna play Impact Peekaboo? Okay, here we go. Player 2. Oh, burnout. That combo finishes it. Player 1 made all the right moves. And this experience is only gonna make them stronger. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Checks with the sunshot. Deal some damage with that quick combo. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? Jump in finds the mark. All right. Big counter. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. Got their eye on the air.
They've got the meter for a drive impact.
That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Was hungry for the grab. Both fighters are barely alive. Manqueando.
Great match. Comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Puts one in the pocket. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Full stocks. Time to watch out. Player one chases them down. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning step. Box him with a target combo. Look at the damage they can pump out with the combo. Things are heating up. Taking stock. In there! Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Throws out a projectile. Player two did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground gauge. They're backed up into the corner. Scrapping it out up close.
Picks up with fire.
Quick breather.
They've got the meter for a drive impact. Can this drive bring them back?
Experiencing burnout. Player one needs to use the threat of springs forward with the drive rush. KO! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Checks with the sunshot. The last round. It's now or never. Zanku Hadouken. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening they want. Which fighter will come all in with a rush? Get carried to the corner.
Ooh, you never super hard to show them what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Giving them the warning buzzing with a period edge.
Okay, here we go.
Listen.
Turns out.
More fuel for the final push at the end paid off in spades.
When you have a chance to finish things, you gotta take it. Player one is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back.
Kuma's going in.
This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Blocks the jump in, gets the jump in. All right, what's coming up next? Neither of them willing to back off here. Takes a trip. Bops him with a KO. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? The jump in catches them. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Not close enough for the throw. Fires the sunshine. Barely blocks the jump in. Going in, looking for a chance. Drive rush to keep it going. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Jumps in. Jumps. Big throws. Quick springs forward with the drive rush. Jumps up. There's a change of side. Player one We'll need to play it in with the crossover. Both sides getting ready. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Uses their drive gauge. Closes with the throw. Hitting them with the smart stuff. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Jumps and goes to the air. Checks with the sunshot. Fires the sunshot. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening they want. Springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it better. Going in.
Demon Ray down?
This is a bad.
Oh, putting the cherry on top. Giving them the one and button with a serious end.
Okay, here we go. Player one with the rhythm, owning that space. Connects with the throw. Oh, here we go.
Hits the drive.
Oh, man.
No hesitation or regret. Hit them with that NSFW.
Oh,
Hit the critical arc. They gotta bust out the projectors, bust out the rulers, and think of a plan while the scavenge plays out.
Are you kidding me? Player one has gotta be feeling good.
Now, find a new rival.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checks with the projectile. That was a solid anti-air. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Player two chases them down. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Decides to puff up while they can. Connects with Sunrise. Knockdown. Did well to get the buff in there. Both can end the round now, and the drive gauge disparity may come into play. Time's the only thing moving here. Will we see a drive in? Get some. Player one hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Out of here! They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Doesn't miss a beat. Sunshine! Knockdown and smart play to stop the opponent there. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Player one experiencing burnout. KO! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Checking their reactions with a fireball. Final tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Keeps them out. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Rip the sunshine. Okay, here we go. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Player two uses their drive gauge. There's a... Will the super arc do anything? Player one needs to take a play kick. Next, the counter. What's next? Overhead.
All in with the rush.
Gets the counter hit.
What? Anti-air. Rip the sunshot.
They were waiting for it. Oh, drive rush. And are you kidding me? Player one straight up outplayed them. Talk about a David and Goliath situation. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back.
Sun risen.
Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Good awareness on the crossing. Throw whips. There's a corner kick. Takes a trip. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 1 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Holds out with a block. Player 2 chases them down. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes.
Will we see a drive impact? Fires the sunshine.
They block the overhead, and at this range, many attacks can connect if you stick KO. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first.
Checks with the sunshine.
Grabs him. Goes to the overdrive. Springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters planning something? This is the perfect range to reach out and tap. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they charges forward. Burnout activates. Player 2 in dire drive rush to keep it going. Going in? Smart play with the throw. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink?
Getting it all on the drive rush.
Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here.
Adds a bit of OD spice there. That corner is starting to look scary. All in with the rush.
Walls flat into the guard break. Big drive gauge difference here with little life left.
Snatches him with sense of calamity. We're about to see Akuma when he really needs business.
Okay, here we go. Doesn't touch the throw. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Blocks it. Shoots off a fireball up close. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Knockdown. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? Goes air to deny them a chance. All right, what's coming up next? Throws them to negate the block. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Heading into the end game now, springs forward with the drive rush. After drop picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Shoots off a fireball up close. Connects with medium kick. Still scrapping for control of the space. Demon Raid? Jumps in. Checks with the sunshot. Fireball into the corner. There springs forward with the drive rush. What a reaction to go air to air. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball.
Vanishing Sun, make your choice.
Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? They continue to battle it out in the middle of the stage. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Are we gonna see a comeback here?
Fires the sunshine. That corner is starting to look scary.
One chance here may end this match. The overhead closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Good decision with that throw.
Checks with the sunshot.
Quick medium poke. Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 1 with the lead. Adds a bit of OD spice.
Demon Raid time.
Ooh, you never know what can happen. Willing to risk it for the overdrive.
There's the last stop.
Looking for a crown from above. That's how you close it out. What a beast! Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win!
comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
予定通りじゃな。
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Anticipates the overhead. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Knockdown. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Takes a trip. Throws him. What's next? Time to do some damage after that wall splat. The throw misses. Projectile to try and change the situation. Knockdown. Grabs him. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Checks with the sunshot. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jump. Starts the push with a Arabian Cyclone. Player 1 chases them down. Not close enough for the throw. Both fighters planning something delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Gotta be careful. Drive rush to keep it going. Throws a fireball. Checks with the sunshot. Dashes up. Can they create an opportunity? KO! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Open, solid anti-air. Fires off a whirlwind. Jumps. Fires the sunshine. Both spot hits him with a stopping blow. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Took him to the corner and crowns him from above. Back to the court. Are we gonna play impact? Keep a huge chance after that wall splat. Oh, here we go. This may turn into a backdoor for damage and vital positioning. Players all in with the rush. Okay, here we go. This is gonna hurt. Catches out the cage right there. There's no way you're getting out of this one. You're getting sent straight to the board. What's that? Drive rush. Player 1, that was impossible to see coming. Get that bank account ready because that fight was easy money.
Challenger.
It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
予定通りじゃな。
Round 1.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Tries to turn up the pressure with an overdrive projectile. Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. What are they thinking here? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Full stocks. Time to watch out. Gets a good read on their opponent. Strings it all together. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 chases them down. Knockdown. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes with the projectile for the opening shot. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Player 1 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground gauge. Reads their mind and techs the throw. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? And that's the last stop. Throws them. What's next? Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Full stocks. Time to watch out. Going in. Player Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Solid anti-air. Ingrid's ready to fire off shots anytime. Could we see a drive all in with a rush? There's the last stop. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. Player 1 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger.
Here comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Decides to go in with the target combo. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Checks with the projectile. Player 2 may be just about done this round, but they still have a chance with a full drive gauge to tap into. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Did well to get the buff in there. Box him with a target combo. Checks with the sunshot. Shows a medium kick. Vanishing, going on the offensive. Barely blocks the jump in. Akuma's going in. Zones with the fireball. Fires a sunshot. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Still slugging it out at this range. Springs forward with the drive rush. Jump. Rips the sun. Sets up with the jump in. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Connects with medium kick. Amazing. Goes to the air. Looking for a hole. Adds a bit of OD spice. That jump in was expected. That was catch as catch can as you're gonna get in the fight. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Fire the sunshine. Got their eye on the air. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. What are they thinking here? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Taking stock. From up above. In a dire situation, they can't afford going on the offensive. Neck springs forward with the drive rush. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Drive rush to keep it going. Took him to the corner in a flash. What'll happen here? They've got the meter for a drive impact. Needs to jump in with a perfect parry. A quick breather. Not springs forward with the drive rush. All in with a rush. Solar burst. A jump in. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Oh, that amazing, never say die attitude got them the win. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to find out the win? It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Connects with medium kick. Oh, they're in the cup. Hits them with a stop and bomb. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Demon Blade kick. Back to the corner. Are we gonna play Impact Peekaboo? Bam! Sunshine! Presses for a reaction with the fireball. Connects with the throw. Amazing! Dangerous range here. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Great job. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Still alive? Still alive? Wasn't a sure bet, but the meter management was so on point. That
comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Deftly shuts out the jumper. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. All right, they throw them into the corner. They're looking to keep the pressure on and do some damage. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Perfect air to air. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. All right, what's coming up next? Overhead. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. Sticks the jump in. Grabs him, takes the trip. Rejects the corner impact with a parry. Each hit is so important here. It's a good KO. Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Out of here. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Full stocks. Time to watch out. Grabs him. What'll happen here? And that's the last stop. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Ingrid's ready to fire off shots anytime. Drive rush to keep it going. Jump. Overdrive art. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The jump-in is denied. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Does a good job of pushing back. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Full stocks. Time to watch out. Nails the anti-air. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. They saw a path and they took it. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now and everything from here on out is so vital. Drive rush. Gets in their face. Holds out with the block. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Fantastic reactions there. Very slick with the combo. Throws them forward and maintains the corner game. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Breaks the block with a throw. Both fighters planning something? Perfect KO. They were in full control there. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this move. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Finds the target. Punchy Tiger uses the gauge for a super arc. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. We see a drive impact here. All in with a rush. Forward throw. Laying the pressure on Finn. Wrecks them. Over in a flash. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run. The throw whips. Gets the jump in. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their driving. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Holds out with the block. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it?
Fires the sunshine.
Jump! Springs forward with the drive rush. Can't tech the throw? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Breaks their guard with the throw. Here comes the mix-up. Will we see a drive impact?
Checks with the sunshine.
Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Goes for the jump in.
Connects with sunrise.
Knockdown and
Fires the sunshine.
super art on deck for both fighters. Charges forward. Springs forward with the drive rush.
Links it.
Player 1 will look to apply pressure.
All in with the rush.
No drive now. There's a burnout. What are they gonna do? Burns out. A fireball at that range? Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round 1.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Good anti. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Knockdown. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Adds on a bit extra to that and makes sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Combo with the target combo. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Life lead opens up. Goes in on the impact for nothing. Closing moments of the match.
Order of the sun on the way. Watch out.
They've got the meter for a drive in. Good heads-up play going to that combo to do enough damage to finish the round. Player 2 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent.
Round 2. Fight.
Manages to block the jump-in attack. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Jump? Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Solar Burst! Player 1 has the right, springs forward with the drive rush. Will we see a drive impact? There's a change of side. Hits them with a stopping block. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Oh, is this it? Or are they still in this? Soda! They're not dead. This fight's not over. Check with the yes. Drive impact for the win. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Blocks it. Fires the sunshine. Gets them with the anti-air. Ooh, what a smart blow. Rips the sunshine. Betting it all on the drive rush. Throws them. Man, such overhead, but it won't work. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this game. All in with the rush. This is a super art to show up what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Definitely takes a forward run. Back to the corner. Nothing stops this train. Looking for a hole. Shakes things up, drive rush. Rips us. This can lead to some big damage. Drive impact misses. These fighters are swinging for control of the match. This is gonna hurt. Dangerous, willing to risk it for the overdrive. Player 1 has a full drive kick impact squash. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Drive run. Looking for a hole. Did we see a drive impact here? It is over. That was a fight heard round the world. Yo.
You have been challenged.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Good anti-air. Goes for the throw. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy parry. Perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. There uses some stock for the extra player game. Vanishing Sun, make your choice. From low heavy to... There's an overdrive on it. Still scrapping for control of the space. Breaks it! Gets the combo. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Wants to close it out in style. What? That was enough to kill? Yo, that read was godlike. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Big, low, reaching heavy. That was a solid anti-air. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Raised on the pressure with the projectile. What are they thinking here? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Taking stock. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. KO! Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Checks with the sunshot. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 has the life advantage. You've got to be mindful of reach and jumping at this range. Sunshot. Knockdown and... Is up experiencing burnout. Uses the gauge for a super arc. The super hits and this looks like it's gonna kill. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked. Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to bait him with the projectile. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player 2 with the life lead. Full stocks. Time to watch out. The throw connects for counter hit damage. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. Their super art gauge is running on empty. That's going to be a big factor in how this match plays out. Takes a trip. Projectile to try and change the situation. In a dire situation, they can't smart choice to use that attack to do chip damage and get the KO to take the round. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Sunrise! Neither of them willing to back off here. Goes for the rush. Better get some sunscreen. Throws a fireball. Fires a sunscreen. Drive rush to keep it going. And that's the last stop. Will we see a drive in? Ingrid's ready to fire off shots anytime. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Jump? Are you serious? They had a read on that jump in the whole time? There's the last stop. Player 1 needs to use the charges forward. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Still slugging it out at this range. Overhead, but it won't work. Meets them air to air. And that's the last stop. Checking with the fireball. How will they react? Forward rush. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 can't use any drive kick indicated with the counter. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Rips us to close that off. Nice parry. Superb reactions on display. Check delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Super hearts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Springs forward with the drive rush. And that's the last stop. Setting it all with a drive rush. There's the last one. Rushes in. Player 1 sets up with the jump in. Ooh, you never know what's more. Fuel to the fire. Hook them up. Hold up. It's the final bout. Pack it up. This match might be over. Oh, here we go. Like, oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Are we gonna get another sunscreen? What a finish! Player 1 straight up outplayed them. Talk about a David and Goliath situation. Anti-air in the clutch. Checks with the sunshot. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Lots of aggression from both sides. Trips him up. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. The jump-in is denied. Life lead opens up. One chance here may end this match. Springs forward with the drive rush. This is the perfect range to reach a KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Checks them with a projectile. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Better get some sunscreen. Player 2 has a slight life lead. Cannon blast him. Oh wow, look at the damage that did. Fantastic work with that combo. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. Breaks connects with Sunrise. Will we see a drive impact? Oh, snipe! Sees the overhead coming. Closing moments of the match. Catches out the cage right there. Will this be enough to kill? What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? This is overhead, but it won't work. Fires a sunshine. Both fighters are standing firm with plenty of help remaining. Charges forward. Player 2 hits him with a stop and bop. Blocks it. Sumo smash. Breaks it. Takes him for a ride with Sunrise. Connects with the throw. Player 2 turn out, but they may have a plan here. This is gonna hurt. There's the last stop. Ooh, what a smart throw. Noticeable life lead. Sets up with the jump in. Player 1, and they are done. Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. Fires a sunshine. Genius read with that throw escape. Checks with the sunshot. Projectile to try and change the situation. Caught in the cross-up. Finds the time to squeeze in above. You gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Taking stock. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. They're in a dire situation. They can't afford any mistakes.
Oicho!
Where's their opening? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 uses the gauge for a super art.
Goes for the level 1 super. Fires the sunshine.
Both of them are low on health. Gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punching. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. The jump-in is denied. Shoots off a fireball up close. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going.
Cannon Blossom!
Going in,
Oicho!
Player 1 needs to use the Predator corner here.
They've got the meter for a drive impact.
Genius read.
Fires the sunshine.
They decide to take a breather to regroup.
Checks with the sunshine.
The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match.
Better get some sunscreen.
This is gonna hurt.
Launches them. Burnout.
Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 can't let this drive run. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Sees the overhead coming. Okay, here we go. Forward rush. Player, what a finish! Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? All right, first round. What's going to happen? Finds the time to squeeze in a hook. Good parry there and raised on the pressure with the projectile. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Still slugging it out here. Trips him up. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Very solid corner switch. Left off a projectile to waste time. Takes a trip. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Immediate jumping. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Player, there's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Gets the throw and continues on the offensive. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Side switch in the corner. Hits him with a stop and bop. It's a good spot to use the super. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. In real grandpa. Using the super can open smart in there. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Quick dashing.
All in with the rush.
Fights back with authority. Player 2 has the super. There's a burnout. Player 1 is in burnout state. This is gonna hurt.
Bam! Sunshine!
This is such a... The overhead denied. Perfectly executed. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Aerial Tatsu! Shoots off a fireball up close. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. What's the play here? Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. From up above. Knockdown. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Yet so. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Aerial Tatsu. Jumps? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Keeping them away. Still very early in the round. The throw misses. Still scrapping for control of the space. Better get some sunscreen. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Knockdown and jumps in. Not much life difference. Hits them with a stop and pop. They've got the meter for a drive. This is gonna hurt. Sun's risen. Doesn't miss a beat. Impact squash. Ingrid's ready to hit. What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Uses their drive gauge. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the super art. That's a counter. Breaks it. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Sets up with the jump in. Connects with the throw. Somehow manages to block the jump in. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. This is gonna hurt. This is the time to...
Oh! Putting the cherry on top!
This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.